Okay, welcome to the third video in the Far Cry mapping series. I just want to touch up on a few basic things that we didn't get a chance to in the beginning videos. First thing I want to look at here is the rest of the terrain painter. When you go to use your brush constraints are exactly what they say they are. They constrict the brush to a certain area that you need to be painted. I would usually only recommend using this is if you had a large area that you wanted painted at the exact height, or anything for that matter. But basically, we'll set this here. We'll set it all the way down. Now, as you can see with the maximum altitude there, it's only going to paint up to 28 meters or 28 in-game units. So I'll show you that here. As you can see, it's painting the bottom, but as it goes up, it starts to fade out, as you can see. It fades into the normal, or the original color that's underneath of that, and you can see how well that fades out. Now, even if I put this right on the top, you see it goes up, but it only paints to where you tell it to. So like I said before, that's something I'd recommend for more advanced users, but you just have to experiment with it. Like I said, not something you'll use very often, but if you have the need for it, it is there. Okay, now another pretty neat thing that you can work with the texture painter is, let's see here, we'll pull up some collection system. Let's just use our jungle because it's the easiest. Okay, there we got our nice jungle, but you'll notice that even though we've got this nice lush looking jungle, we've got kind of some shady looking grass. So take your texture painter, let's see, we'll use some green, make it look nice and lush, and as you can see, if you just hit it a few times, while still keeping that slightly brown color, you can change that grass to a green, or you can really soak it in there and make the entire area green. But as you can see, even with the green grass, there's still a difference there. And you can do this with multiple colors as well. There's let's see here. There's a really neat way you can make lots of different colored grasses all in one area if you take the time to try it anyway. As you can see, this will darken it up for you. If you wanted to create a multicolored grass area, even with multiple textures, you can really soak it down there pretty good. And just do some experimenting around, because each texture has a different color of grass, which makes it unique to your environment that you plan on making. Okay, now one thing I did want to touch to you on the roads is that no matter what kind of road you have, let's just draw a quick piece of road here. If you plan on using your collection system, that collection system will never ever go over that road. Let me do a better example here. Just go back to the jungle. There's a perfect example. It'll get close, but it'll never go over the road, which is a really unique thing to do, because unlike your texture painter will go just about anywhere, and the grass will cover it no matter what. So roads are always going to be unique in that fact. Okay, and one final note, when you go to your environmental factors, you notice that you have a time restriction here. Now, there are a few things that change when you change to the night, and one thing I did want to touch to you, and I'm sure a lot of you already know this, is your campfires and your lighting. Anytime after 6 p.m., the campfire turns on, and this is very useful. If you take these campfires and you sink them into a hill, you can make a pretty neat looking effect as something that might be on fire, as you see there. I'll show you in just a sec here. Really simple to do. You can either have one out on the ground, but either way, just increase your time, and then anytime after 6 p.m. is when those fires turn on. Even 1 second after, or well, 1 minute, I'm sorry. And 1 minute after those campfires turn on. And your lighting is on too, but you probably won't notice that till around 8 or 9. So you'll just have to experiment with it. The sun is still up in the sky, either way, and you can do it to suit your liking, but sinking those campfires can make pretty realistic effects for maybe looking to see if something's burning or something close to that matter. Okay, and the last note that I do want to make on this video is about validation. When you try to pass your validation, some objects will not be able to pass validation. Now, even though this tank is sunk into the ground, it does pass validation because the vehicle still clear it. This tank over here, however, will not pass validation because of the fact that the vehicle is in it partially. But you just have to experiment with it, because right now you will pass validation just on this. But if I bring it in a little bit more, you'll see in the validation here, the vehicle area does not pass. So that's something you'll also have to experiment with. But you also want to be very careful because, as I'm about to show you, these things don't always turn out so well. The difficulty with that factor is that even with one of these, if that tank was a little too close, that car could accidentally detonate that tank without even trying. And that just about wraps it up for this video. If you guys have any more questions, don't hesitate to ask, and we will see you at the beginning of the next video, which we will cover strategic building making, custom buildings, and also custom object making. Thanks for watching.